These aren't just words to me. These are demands. They're demands of our community. Those who say that we're all just talk are the same people who'd vote alongside corporate interests if elected. Working class residents can't afford another corporate puppet.
This is an old friend of mine. I've called him a lot of things over the years. Nick, Nicky Boy, the Silva, Dad Silva because he's kind of a dad, the absolute unit. But, well, I'll let him introduce himself.
My name is Nicholas Sandberg de Silva. I am running for the 5th District City Council in Richmond, Virginia.
I followed Nick once before for a documentary about the Richmond Public Garage, a project of his and our friend Ulysses, which gives free brake light repairs to anybody who needs them. In the summer since then, Nick has been very busy.
Hi everyone, thank you all for coming out here today. Thank you to the Crusade for Voters for having me out. My name is Nicholas de Silva. I'm a working class resident of the 5th District. I'm an activist and I'm a community organizer. Over the past few years, I've been involved with organizing statewide and exploitative prison labor practices. I've been involved locally pushing for community engagement and community input on every single level. I've also been involved pushing and lobbying for higher education bills to get more student input and to freeze college tuition statewide. I hope to talk to you all today a little bit about what we want to do and how we want to bring community voices to City Council.
So, unable to resist this story, I followed Nick for a day while he was canvassing on the campaign trail, and then later sat down with him for an interview in the studio.
Hey, you want to take a picture of me? I'm voting for him.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So the campaign manager for Nick is also named Eric. I think that's a neat little coincidence.
I'll be knocking a door. I'll have someone. They'll be chatting with me. When I'm like, "Hey, this is Nick," he rolls up.
Hi there.
How can I help you?
Hi, my name's Nicholas de Silva. I'm running for City Council in this area.
Hey, how are you? Oh yeah, no, I have this problem. This street's terrible. I hate it. You really need to come down here and fix that pothole right there. Here, I walk you down to the pothole. Let's take a look at this. So, it really does change when you get that attention. And I mean, that's why our goal is to hit every single door. We want everybody to feel like they have that connection to City Council that they normally wouldn't have.
Absolutely.
You got a watch?
No.
See if that fits you. Yeah. What does that mean? 5 max.
5 max. You got it. This is on backwards, but I will put it on.
Candidates love to talk, which is great. You want a candidate who's going to talk to you. At the same time, we got to make sure we talk to everybody in this district. That means keeping on schedule. We have to have a candidate who's going to be at your door, but at your door on time. So that's my job. Got to keep him on time. But it's good that he's out here letting people know we have someone fighting for them. They just got to vote in November.
And so what we've been doing to that end is trying to go around and talk to people about some of the things they've seen, in the area or in Richmond that are the chief of police. I'll try to sweep it under the rug and just kind of pretend there's nothing.
I figure this is probably a good time to explain. We can't exactly film the people that Nick is talking to because we don't have releases, and that would creep them out. So we got to be creative.
I certainly have a lot more energy to be out talking to people and knocking doors. By far, we're the campaign that's knocked the most doors this far as I can tell. And we also are able to take different practices and kind of push the envelope of what's being done. We are reaching people that have not been reached by our political system so far. We're talking to people who, in past times, they've had politicians come up to them, and when they say they're not registered to vote, the politician just walks away. So I was down over at the corner, and there was a THAD sign in the ground, and we talked to the people who lived there, and by the end of the conversation, we had convinced them that, to support us instead. And so we went, they asked us to replace it with one of our yard signs, and when we went to put it in, one of his supporters, I guess, pulled up and was like watching us take the sign out. It was knocked over, mind you. And we were taking it out and putting in ours. And then later on Facebook, in this like RVA Speaks Facebook group, they posted like, can't believe some candidates are tearing up other candidates' yard signs. Very unprofessional or something like that. And I just commented like, hey, if you want to talk, come up and let me know. The residents there convinced the residents there asked us to replace the sign for them, and they just didn't respond to me at all. Yeah, and it was so people were so annoyed by this person trying to fake call me out that I actually ended up having people asking me on that Facebook post to come bring yard signs to them. So our 5 for 5 policy plan consists of housing for all, police accountability, public transportation, schools, and economic empowerment. I'm Nick Silva, and I approve this message.